Yeah, you
Welcome
like
back.
came out and came
Hello,
back in.
everybody. Welcome to Achtung, Cthulhu, Forest of Fear. We are here as part of the Winter of Fear promotion being put on by Modifius. They approached us and asked us if we would like to preview this new campaign, and we said, heck yeah, we do. So we are taking a little break, a little hiatus from Shadows of Atlantis. We'll be back in 6 weeks, well, technically 7 weeks time, because we won't be playing on American Thanksgiving, the fake Thanksgiving, but we will. So this will be going on for 6 weeks playtime, 7 weeks total, because we will have a break in there. We are also, thanks to Modifius, giving away prizes every week. So if you guys join us, we're gonna be giving away escalating prizes. They get better and better every week. So we'll be doing a giveaway partway through the stream here tonight. So stick around for that if you want to win something. The last week's prize is really, really, really good. So make sure you come back every week to be a part of that. But yes, so we're gonna jump it partway into the Forest of Fear campaign here. It is set late World War II, in and around the Battle of the Bulge. And we're playing some familiar characters, some new characters from what you're used to with our other Achtung Cthulhu games. So what we'll do is we'll do some introductions here while I fix the overlay of who is in this merry band of agents. So we're gonna skip Evan because he's in the wrong spot. We're gonna go right to Megan, who's playing Sergeant Roger Marple.
Have I told you about me going first?
Blame Jeremy for the Zoom. There you go.
Yeah, whatever. It's all
I'm
you
I'm
anyway.
just kidding.
Okay. So what do you want us to do? Do you want us to tell us
Tell us who you're playing,
okay,
and because this is set 1944. This is late war. Obviously, your characters don't know that, but maybe what you've been doing during the war, like what has led you here. Why have you been selected for this top secret, very important mission? What side are you fighting for? Are you American? Are you Brits? Are you Commonwealth? Are you some other country? Let me know what you've been doing, why you're here, why you were selected, and yeah, who you're playing.
fair. So I am Roger Marple. However, you may call me Roger Marple. Where am I from? Um, well, there's only ever been the people. I was born into them and I will return to their womb when I die. So to ask me where I am from is irrelevant. From an early age, I've been blessed to hear the whisperings of our God's voices guide me on my journey to enlightenment. I am their whisperer as such. I have been tasked to gather the necessary components to usher in the new era and welcome. Uh, um, I am tasked at finding some culturally important artifacts to safeguard for anthropological purposes. I work for no one. I work for no one save the people. And at this time, the wants of the people and that of Section M align. So I am here. I am Roger Marple.
Very good. Very good, Roger. Um, I'm sure we're going to learn some things about Roger along the way on this journey. It should be real eye-opening. So what did you? Why were you recruited for this?
So there's been how to explain this. So my travels have taken me all across the world, and I find myself in and around Belgium, searching for my own purposes. I was contacted by Section M to assist with my, so you say, unique abilities. Um, so I said yes, and that is why I'm here.
Indeed. Indeed. Very good. Thank you, Roger Marple. We're going to hop back to Jonathan Morris. Here's one of our familiar faces carrying on late war. Tell us about Jonathan Morris.
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Jonathan Morris. I'm an American career soldier. Reports of my death several years ago greatly exaggerated, slightly I'm just the sort of guy who's either too stupid or too stubborn to die. So the powers that be elected to give me an experimental blood transfusion. Now, when they need somebody to just be a blunt instrument against weird things, they send me there. And, you got to keep going because, the best and the brightest, we've lost most of them, sadly. So I'm just doing what I can. Got my buddy Gregor here with me.
Hi.
It's a marmot, first in his class, super smart.
Hi.
He misses his friend Pavel. So do I. I took a bag of nuts and I put a scarf on it and I drew a face on it to try and make him happy so he can remember Pavel, but it's not the same. I'm not losing my marbles or anything. I've just been doing this for several years, fighting, things that will destroy your brain. It's no big deal. It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's right. So you've been fighting this war since almost the beginning, and you've been working your way up through Section M, as we've seen in Shadows of Atlantis, and that's why it's safe to say why you're now Master Sergeant Jonathan Morris, and you're part of this operation. Let's go to another familiar face from our Operation Vanguard playthrough, Major Harry Hammer.
Hey, that's right. You see, I've always been a good engineer. Some of the guys, they might call me a boffin. And after I joined the Army, I was sent to work with Majestic, designing special weapon systems. But I wanted to get into the action, so I was sent to work with Section M over there on Operation Vanguard. Primary mission was to field test new Majestic weapons, but really the boys back home wanted me to get my hands on as much of that knocked wolf technology as I could. I guess you could say the mission was a success on several fronts because we did steal a prototype dirigible, some jetpacks, some knocked wolf weapons, and hell, we even learned a bit about their special commandos. But more importantly, on a personal note, I met several lifelong friends and my future brother-in-law, Pavel. We ended up flying that dirigible back to my wedding. When I saw Duska, I knew Pavel had been right. She was the love of my life. And contrary to stories that you may have heard, she was not kicked in the head by some farm animal. In fact, she's a very intelligent and beautiful occult researcher. So long story short, we were set up in Scotland as part of a joint research project focused on reverse engineering knocked wolf and black sun technology and arcana. For a while there, the war seemed so far away. We worked hard, we played hard, and eventually we were blessed with twin sons, Harry Jr. and Pavel. For a while there, life was really good. But all things come to an end. One night, the enemy came knocking on our door. A covert knocked wolf strike force hit, destroyed the home, our research facility. But fortunately, our combined super science and sorcery was enough to put the enemy in the ground where they belonged. As I said, we lost everything. My arms and back were shattered. So I sent Duska and the boys to a Majestic facility in Arkham, Massachusetts, while our team in Scotland used some experimental reverse engineered bioaugmentation to rebuild me. Clearly, the war was not going to leave me alone, so it was time to get back in the fight. My name's Hammer. Major Harry Hammer.
Very good. A lot has happened to Harry Hammer since Operation Vanguard, from the sounds of it. Whew.
He's had a rough one, and a good one.
It sounds like it. Lieutenant Colonel Archibald Cottenham. What a new face.
Yes. Very large, very British man. Barrel-chested. The only thing more rounded and rotund being his head. Perfectly symmetrical ball of burst capillaries, exceedingly well-groomed mustache, a largely receded hairline. I am Lieutenant Colonel Sir Archibald Cottingham, veteran of the Great War. The war to end all wars, they said. Although few of us career soldiers believe such poppycock. War is eternal, I'm afraid. 30 years' time, when the next great war descends upon the world, If grace sees fit to sustain my life, the forces of good might benefit from my strategic prowess. And Sir Archibald Cottingham will soldier on, for king, for country, for glory.
Very good. So, career soldier,
Yes, indeed.
and you're gonna be leading this outfit.
I will indeed. I will be commanding people to do what it is they know to do already, but I will be telling them how to do it better. I have been commanding forces since I was in infancy, wearing a diaper. You should have saw me in the nursery. Our wing of the nursery was far superior than the western wing. I can tell you that for certain.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to getting to know Cottingham better.
I will tell you the tales, indeed. The great nursery wars, indeed.
And we have another new face. We have Lily Riverby. And if anybody has watched old streams of ours of other games, Riverby will be a familiar surname for Evan's character. So we have another Riverby for the books here. So tell us about Lily Riverby.
Sure. So Lily Riverby is probably late 20s. She was in med school in Cambridge. She comes from a pretty rich upbringing, but during her time in med school, her brother was drafted to go to war. And in that 3 years of time, she never heard from him, but she started having dreams at night. And whether they were dreams or nightmares, she was confused of feeling he was tortured or missing or something was happening, but she couldn't find answers. So with her rich upbringing, she was able to kind of maybe steal some money and escape and go towards the war. And so she's basically been kind of a resistance member in like the local cities, kind of helping out the where she can and trying to find answers from what she has been dreaming about with her brother. She definitely thinks something's wrong. She doesn't know if he is alive or not, but she would like to at least get it resolved. She is accompanied by Princess Peaches, her King Charles Spaniel, who has been here for the past 3 years with her and all the cities nearby, but they are hoping to get some answers, but they've been kind of recruited as more of someone knowing of local knowledge and kind of in the thick of things.
Yes. So we've lost. No, we still have Gregor. We have Gregor and we have the dog princess, don't we?
Hi.
We have two animal companions in this group.
Yes.
Gregor can ride on Princess.
Hi.
We'll get a little saddle.
Right.
Tank.
Cigarettes.
We taught a marmot to smoke.
Yeah, I surprised no one said anything about it.
If those people viewing this have not seen our Shadows of Olympus campaign, you should definitely check it out if you want to know more about the smoking marmot Gregor and what we're talking about. All right, very good, very good. So that is our cast of characters for this. It's a preview, so we're not going to do the whole campaign. We're not doing the whole adventure. We're going to do a few chapters out of there, give you guys a taste of it. And you can go and buy it. You can go and buy it when it becomes available. I'm going to give you guys and the viewers at home just a little rundown of just where we're at in the war and what's taking place in the setting of where you guys are. So it's the winter 1944, and after the rapid advances made since D-Day, Allied forces have finally ground to a halt on the borders of Germany. For months, Allied troops have been engaged in a bitter struggle, sustaining heavy losses as they are held back by the defenses of Westwall and the Siegfried Line. During the battles of Achtung and the bitterly contested Hürtgen Forest, the U.S. forces have lost nearly 33,000 men. As the true cold of winter descends, Allied troops suffer from fatigue of non-stop combat and the difficulties of getting resupplied. Supreme Allied Commander Dwight D. Eisenhower, apparently not expecting any trouble, occupies the Ardennes region. There, he places the understrength U.S. First Army, banking on the defensible terrain and narrow roads, as well as the intelligence that the Germans are using the region as their own rest area to follow the first to resupply. Allied and Axis forces hunker down to watch each other warily, perhaps believing with the onset of winter, no further action will erupt until spring. So we are starting this in November of 1944 is when this takes place. So it is cold, bitterly cold. We are in the Ardennes Mountains in this region where the famous Battle of the Bulge will take place in World War II. You guys have all been summoned to the front by Section M by your contact, Archibald Strang, aka Hunter, codename Hunter. He's the one who's been dishing out these adventures or these missions so far. So Morris, you're more than familiar with Strang. You've been there with him since the very beginning, before it was even Section M, and all of you have had contacts with him at some point or other. And you have been brought in, and you're trusted members of the service that can be sent on these secret missions that will turn the tide of the war. So you've been summoned here to the front, the cold, bitter front, a few days ago. We'll do a little backstory, and then we'll fast forward to the present. So you're brought to a Section M field base, about 10 miles behind the main Allied lines. There, at the time, you were ushered to a field tent, which was the temporary office of Major Archibald Strang, aka Hunter. You were all introduced to one another. Some of you have served together before. Others, this will be the first time meeting you. And you have been assigned the call sign Rapier for this mission. And he briefed you on the current situation. Right now, the gist of it, the rundown is there's a number of things going on in the region that they need you to look into. First and foremost, the resistance leader, a lady by the name of Marta Archabon, has been captured. She is a key figure in this region, and she is the one who organized the local resistance forces to basically monitor everything in the area, kind of keep tabs on the Germans or on the Nazis. And she's also been feeding information back. And she was going to also organize a large uprising to assist the Allies in the area. Now, unfortunately, with her being captured, there has been evidence that she's either been, the information that she has been divulged to her captors, or she may have turned and betrayed the Allies, as the Allies recently picked up a radio transmission using her call sign, and it contained code words that were used to call in an Ally parachute drop, which was mysteriously massacred as soon as they dropped. So they're basically dropped into a trap. So you are to find her, find out what's going on, bring her back, find out if she is a betrayer or not, and just the circumstances around her being. Another one of your mission points is that the Nazi occult Black Sun and Noctwolf have not only been spotted in the area, but there are reports that they're apparently working together. Now, many of you are more than familiar with these two factions, and you know that they hate each other. They hate one another. So it is quite unusual that the two of them have paired up and are seen working side by side in this region. That has really alerted Section M and worried them with what could possibly be going on. Things are dire right now. Word coming out of Germany is that Hitler and the Nazis are desperate, and they're doing everything they can to turn the tide of this war, as it's not looking good as the Allies work their way towards Germany. On top of that, there has also been recently discovered intelligence and rumors of a vast amount of material and slave laborers being diverted into the forest over the past year or so. Section M can only conclude that a Nazi facility is being built at a secret location within the forest. You are to find out where this is, what is going on, and obviously put a stop to it. And lastly, Section M has always worked well with its American colleagues in Majestic, but they've been strangely quiet about recent developments on the front and unusually dismissive of anything to do with this region. Clearly, there's something going on behind the scenes, and Section M would appreciate anything that you could uncover when it comes to Majestic and what they may be up to in the region, or what they may have uncovered and not sharing with their partners. Do you guys have any questions about the mission briefs?
I learned a long time ago. Don't bother asking questions. Just throw me in there.
No worries, Hunter. I think that's pretty straightforward. Can't say that I know what's going on with my brothers in Majestic. I've been working in Scotland for the last several years, kind of remote, but we'll figure out what's going on. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding.
All right. He dismissed all of you, and you guys had a day or two in this base to kind of get to know one another and put together a plan. You haven't been given a mission per se yet until a few days later when he called you back to his tent, and he let you know it was time to get some boots on the ground. You're going to be going behind German lines, and that you are to rendezvous with a resistance leader by the name of Gaston Moreau, who is based near the village of Ode. And once there, you'll establish a forward field base and begin investigations. Very good. He goes by the code name Beech, Beech, like the nut or tree. Beech, not the sandy, watery type. And he also let you know that you're supposed to rendezvous with him at 3 a.m. as a place known as the Blasted Oak, which is marked on your maps, which he has provided, and is about 2 miles due east into the forest. It should be readily recognizable. A large dead oak tree in a thicket of beech at the top of a gentle rising hill. You'll proceed there and make contact with him. When challenged with a code phrase, you are to say, "A cold night for a brisk walk." And the countersign is yes, but the snow falls softly. And with that, he supplied you with pistols. He gave you map. He gave you a pack of cigarettes, a Zippo lighter, and binoculars, and set you off into the snow cold-filled forest to meet your contact, Gaston Moreau. So we're going to pick up. We're now going to fast forward back to the future, and you are trudging through the snow in the middle of the night to make your contact with Gaston Moreau. So it is
Sergeant Morris, I gotta say, you are a sight for sore eyes. When I saw you a couple of days ago, I thought, finally my luck is changing. It's good to have you back at my side.
I mean, Harry, I wish I could say I was happy to see you, but are the kids okay?
Ah, yeah, they're settling into Massachusetts. You know, it's a far cry from the Scottish Highlands, but they'll be fine.
Okay, that's good. I mean, the new look suits you. I mean, no disrespect, but I mean, the metal, like, overcoat works. I mean, you know, like you fell off the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down, right? You get that. I mean, it's nothing personal. This is actually like, now you look snazzy and unique.
You know, coming from you, Sergeant Morris, I'll take that as a strong compliment.
Oh yeah, ugly means you fight hard.
Yeah, and that we do. So, Colonel Cottingham.
Yes. What is that? Yes, Mr. Hammer?
Major Hammer, technically, sir, but
Well,
you
then
can
if
just call
you're
me
being
Harry.
technicate, Lieutenant Colonel will be fine then, thank you.
Well, I mean, you could just call me Harry, Lieutenant Colonel, but
Harry, yes.
I wanted to make sure you were aware that even though that I am technically a Majestic employee, that I'm fully vested in the mission and I will follow your orders as my superior officer.
No. And until you remind me of such a thing, I never even considered you to anything otherwise. Of course,
Well, that's fair, but I like to be upfront with my my COs.
Now that you've brought it to my attention, however, it does merit some consideration. might have some conflict of interest here. Your majestic boys out here keeping their secrets as they always do.
Well, we definitely need to get to the bottom of that. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding.
It's one of many tasks that we have on our plates. I doubt it is the foremost of our concern right now. There are other things we should be tending to, I think.
You're not wrong, sir.
Well, I rarely am. Rarely am.
Pretty sure of yourself, Cunningham.
Well, according to my sheet, I am. If I were to put a number on how tactically brilliant I am, it'd be 5.
It's
5.
got to be the mustache,
Out of 5.
right? Like all the
Yes.
wisdom comes from the stash.
It certainly is meditative. Allows me to focus and think, indeed. Yes. Some people play with the hair, the belts, the collar, such things. No, mustache, however. But truly, it is my decades of experience that shall get us through these problems, I'm sure. Now, just where the hell are we? And where are we going? Don't recognize this place at all.
Well, I think Miss Riverby is the local expert.
Yeah, she would be in the front, probably away, probably not even in distance of hearing y'all, with Peaches being
Peaches.
the trailblazer.
You call her Peach, but she's Princess on the
It's
login.
Princess Peaches.
Oh,
It doesn't show the rest for whatever reason. Only she knows it's Princess Peaches.
the snow is probably much higher than Princess Peach's.
Princess Peaches loves the snow.
So she's
Like
eating
many
the
dogs.
snow as she's bounding through it.
Yep.
And Gregor is staying warm in Jonathan Morris's jacket.
No, you can't bum a smoke. No, you gotta quit. No, I don't care what that Frenchie said. The answer is no. Yeah, don't backtalk me. Stupid mom. If I didn't love you so much, I'd kill you. I'd never do that.
All right. Well, speaking of where to go, can everybody make me a reason survival test, please?
Oh no.
Can make the roll.
Yeah, it's true. I can make the roll.
Reason
is-
survival.
So remember, you're meeting at 3 a.m, so it's the middle of the night. You're using the stars as light. You've got your maps out. You're doing your best. You don't want to shine lights on them. You know, we pull out your Zippo every once in a while to take a glimpse. So you're all kind of looking and trying to work together on where to go from here as you're trudging through the snow in the forests. Look at you guys go.
It makes no sense.
Take a momentum there, Morris, for the party. Your
Do,
2
in
successes.
It's Archibald as well. Got to do.
Oh yes, yes. Take one as well. I'm sorry, I didn't see your double success.
Yes, I'm frequently overlooked.
So you're trudging through the snow, and all of you, like for this first leg, you have a good feeling. You just left, so you plotted out the first leg of this journey. You know it's going to be a couple hours that you're going to be trudging through the snow before you get there at 3 a.m. It's a rather dark night. The stars are not shining brightly. It's cloudy. You can kind of see the moon through the clouds. And as you're walking, Roger, you see some movement in the forest off to your left. You swear it's a man on a horse, just trotting nonchalantly through the forest nearby.
I'll like make my way up to the lieutenant colonel, and there's somebody over there.
Yes, calm down. I believe everyone who see the man knows. Yes. Well done. Maple, was it?
Roger Marple, thank you very much. No, you don't understand.
Yes. Roger Marple, thank you very much. Yes. Where's the Riverby lady? Get her to get some eyes on this thing. Riverby.
She'll turn and look through her sniper scope at the.
You don't have a
horse
sniper
thing.
rifle right now. You have binoculars, but it is
I'll use my
nighttime.
binoculars then.
It is nighttime though.
Okay.
Well, Harry will then activate his night vision and binoculars on his purloined Nachtwolf mask from Operation Vanguard and focus in on the rider.
You focus in, and as you look in that direction, so you, before you had this mask and all this other stuff on, and everybody's looked like someone just trotting along. They didn't seem to notice you. You look and you don't see anything. It seems to have disappeared.
They must be moving pretty fast, or he knows the terrain. He's disappeared from my sight.
Maple, did you get an idea of the uniform or anything?
What do I look like? What do I look like? An observer? No,
So-
that's not my job.
So he's looking through his goggles. The rest of you still see it. You still see him moving along.
Major Hammer, it's right there. There's something wrong with your equipment, perhaps. Right there.
Tinkers with it for a second. Looks
Yeah.
again.
Giant sausage finger pointing off in the direction.
Right in your eye.
Right
No, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Cottingham. I can tell you that he's not showing up on the light intensifiers or under the binoculars. If he's not showing up through technological devices, maybe there's something a little bit else going on here.
Yeah.
Hey, Marple. When they introduced us, they said you were an occultist, right?
Roger Marple, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Roger.
Marple, I do I have to have a name tag? You all seem to have name tags. I don't have a name tag. You're gonna remember my name?
Yeah, it's Roger Marple.
Yes, I am an occultist.
Well, do the finger waving thing that Pavel used to do.
Finger waving?
Yes.
You're narrowing my mode of expertise down to finger waving? And what do you have? These
You can use the whole hand if you like.
I'm going to turn around and walk back to camp. The respect I get from you lot is shit.
Oh my God, Roger, please, you're a delicate and beautiful snowflake. We all love you. There's nobody like you. Can you,
now
please
that
wave
you
your
mention it,
goddamn
though,
hands?
Your name is very familiar. We're going to have to figure that out later. But maybe we served together somewhere earlier. But yeah, do your, finger waving thing.
What, do you,
Pretty please.
what, do you want me to set it on fire or something? It's not how it works.
Would you
Oh.
take a closer look, perhaps? Maybe you can determine if it's of some sort of poltergeist or some such.
Well, I do require some sort of protection as we go along.
No, of course, Mr. Morse.
Got you covered. And Jonathan will legitimately pull up an actual honest to God shield and stand in front of you.
Delightful.
All right, well then I guess we're moving forward. Let's go look at this occulty sort of thing from over there, and just start like not even stealthily walking.
Sure.
towards the station.
As you start walking in that direction, it stops and it looks up at you, and it suddenly just dematerializes in front of all of your eyes.
See, what was the big deal about? Didn't even
Well
want to stick around long enough.
Well done, Maple. Excellent job.
Marple, Roger,
Marple.
Marple.
That's right, Raj. You knocked it out of the park there.
Well done, Marble. Excellent job. Off we go.
Jesus, what sort of outfit are you guys? Oh, just absolutely distraught, stomping his foot in the snow and throwing himself a little hit.
It's okay, Marple. Come on. I know. There's a lot to get used to when you work with this outfit, but in the end, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna get shot and stabbed, and we're gonna see crazy things, and we're gonna find crazy things.
Well, the finding of crazy things is right up my alley, but the shooting business has nothing to do with me. Nothing.
Well, I mean, you gotta do the shooting and the stabbing to get the crazy stuff.
Well, how about you, fine lot, go forth and do all the shooty, killy, bloody stuff, and I'll just wait to find the stuff.
All right, deal. That's teamwork.
Excellent. And while we're standing here, I'll do my mantle thingamajigger.
Okay. Sounds good. You have to roll for that. Okay.
Mr. V. Corporal, might you see if there's anything residue or some such left over?
Peaches, go look. And Peaches will bound through to where
Sure.
it was and
Peaches starts-
give it some sniffs.
Pounding through the snow, your little, what is it, a Cocker Spaniel or something?
Yeah, it's a King Charles.
Goes over there and starts sniffing and wagging its tail and walking in circles. And
Does it get like a trail? Like it seems like a
no,
any scent or anything?
she just keeps sniffing and doesn't seem to be picking anything up and keeps trying and trying. And she eventually comes back to you. Princess
Oh.
Peaches.
Let's carry on then.
Hey, Raj, you got yourself all focused in there?
You've obviously thrown me off. So
Oh no! I just looked. All right. Complication / threat. What do you want?
I don't know. You want a complication right off the bat? Let's do this. We'll pump new characters.
Yes, Marble, of course.
Yeah, I hadn't planned for that, but sure. Hey, welcome to Act 2 Cthulhu. That's what it's all about. All right, make me another reason survival test, please, for the next leg of your journey. As you
All of us,
continue on, arguing and trying to deal with this phantom rider that you saw in the woods.
Reasons.
Ooh.
A lot of luck the first time around. There's something about volunteering to pair up with Roger that's just really taking it out of me.
I'm telling you, Sergeant Morris, there's something about that name. It's tickling at the back of my mind. We're really gonna have to sit. I'm gonna have to sit down and think about this at some point. I know that name from somewhere.
I'll tell you what, once I can feel my fingers and toes again, I'll do some thinking. Right now, I'm just marching.
There's an awful lot of talking for a covert meeting resistance in the woods.
Covert, overt, like, you know.
I mean,
It's all
Mr.
about
Staple
momentum.
seems to be doing magic or some voodoo behind us for the past 5 minutes.
Oh, not doing it, in fact, apparently.
Oh, yes. I guess nothing did happen, did it?
No, it did not. No, it did not. Are we sure we got the right person? Questions about
I don't know. I used to know this summoner. Well, my brother-in-law, and he could do some things that would make your hair turn white.
Authority is.
That's a good point. That's a good point, sir.
Could
I
we have not recruited him?
haven't seen him for years. Last
It
time
sounds
I
amazing.
talked to Pavel, he was leaving India on some special quiet mission. I haven't talked to him since, but
Pavel?
I'm sure he's out there somewhere walking in dreams or something. He's too good to
Dreams.
die.
Name like Pavel, he sounds very handsome.
Hey,
Yes,
no,
yes.
it's okay, Gregor. No, he's not here. I'm sorry, Gregor. No, he's not here.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I've been fully debriefed about this creature either. What is this, Sergeant Morse?
I mean, maybe
He's
calling him a medium is too much, but like he and that Pavel fellow was super close. You've never met a smarter moment. First in his class.
I believe
He's like a unit mascot, sir.
Is he?
Hmm.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Does he do magic as well? Or it'd be good if we had at least one of those on the mission.
He
I
plays soccer with heads better than anybody I've ever seen.
Is he asking for cigarettes?
Stop it.
No, I have one. 1 second. I rolled.
No.
Very
Respectfully,
fancy.
sir. I know you, the CO. Please,
Oh, stop.
please.
It'll make him warmer. It'll make him warmer. Look at him. He looks cold.
He's quite
Here,
cold.
here. It's quite cold. Thank you. Madam Riverby. Here you go. Yes. I'll get that.
Okay,
for you
stop
too.
using the chain of command against me, you little bastard.
Now. Sergeant Morris. None of that. Yeah, look at him. He looks so much happier now.
As you said they're talking, you've lit a cigarette for a marmot. Say, briefly, after you've struck your Zippo and lit the cigarette, you hear someone nearby, someone go, "Thunder." Call out.
Did everybody hear that? It's okay from over there.
Okay.
What was the accent of the?
Lightning?
American.
Okay.
Lightning.
Harry moves into cover because he doesn't trust anything going
I'll say
on
I'll
right
say
now.
Morris and Hammer, you know the response.
Okay.
When they call it thunder and you go flash to identify
I was
Americans.
gonna say clap, so I was close.
Flash.
Flash.
Struck.
All right, you said all of a sudden 4 American army troopers walk out of the shadows and up to you. And the main one kind of walks up to the group and goes, "What are you doing out here? Why are you out
What's
here
his rank?
in the middle of the night?"
What's his rank?
His rank is sergeant.
Sergeant, I know we're in a combat zone, so you don't salute a superior officer, but not really right protocol for you to be walking up on me and asking me what my business is. So why don't we start with what your business is, and then we'll get to our business.
We're out here on patrol, and we heard a lot of you arguing.
Yeah, well, we're a mixed bunch of civilian and military. We're on a select mission from command, moving through to a rendezvous point. It's good to know that you'll be back here on the back line.
Yeah. There's been lots of reports of enemies slipping through the lines here. Have you seen or heard anything?
No Germans, no enemies yet. But stay frosty. Well, it's easy enough to do in this cold, but keep your eyes open. We'll do the same. When you say you've been hearing enemies slipping through, are you talking about small units slipping through, or you talking a platoon-sized operations? Are they passing through lines, or are they just patrolling?
Oh, there's just been word that, we've walked right on top of the enemy at times. You're making a lot of noise. There's Germans everywhere.
We weren't aware that we were that close to the front, but thank you for the heads up. We'll tighten our noise discipline.
In the meanwhile, I'm not necessarily the best at this, but I want to look at what weapons these guys are carrying, just to make sure things seem kosher.
So this guy's carrying a Thompson. You look at the others. Go ahead. You can make me. Everybody can make an insight observation roll with a sight as your focus. He's carrying a Thompson. 2 of them are carrying M1 Garands, and one of them's carrying an M1 carbine. Ooh. What's with all the critical failures here? You give me threats? What's going on?
Yep.
Yeah.
More threat.
Yeah. All right, I'll take my free threat. Who else gave me threat?
That would be me.
Roger, because you did the last critical. Yeah, as they're talking, you're kind of looking at them. You can hear his accent kind of slip every once in a while. Like, you can hear an undertone like, this guy might not really be American. Or I don't know what part of America he's from.
Slip into what?
Can I use my talent called Constantly Watching? It says whenever you attempt a skill test to detect danger or hidden enemies, reduce the difficulty by 1 to a minimum of 0.
Okay. And what did you roll? You rolled a single
I rolled
success?
a 1.
Sure. Yeah, so that'll give you a double success then?
Yeah.
It was a
Nice.
difficulty of 1. So yeah, you're looking at this guy and you're looking at the others with him, the other soldiers with him, and you look at one of the canteens on one of the guy's sides that he's holding, and it is not a US issued canteen or belt that he has on. It looks like a German belt.
I will I would just whisper. I would walk over to Archibald and just whisper in his ear, "They do not appear to be who they seem. Be careful." And she'll kind of like start to just casually walk, not like so we're in a group, like
Sure.
take a couple spaces away.
Very much like a loud buffoon. He goes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Oh, indeed. Appreciate your warnings. We'll be sure to laud you when we return and speak with your commanding officer, who is Hooligan, by the way. Meanwhile, he's like looking at Sergeant Morris, and he's just sort of rubbing his giant nose as a signal.
He goes, Smith. We report to Smith.
Oh, well, Smith. Well,
Brigadier
he's
General Smith?
real
I
rapscallion.
love
that
Smith
one.
so much. I'm going to shield punch him in the throat.
Yeah, so everybody,
Shame what,
go ahead.
shame what happened to him, Yeah.
Yes,
Foot getting
yes.
blown off with that mine instinct.
I know, but he's going home early.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Oh, that's wonderful to hear. Oh. So it's always good to return home early. Yes.
Yes. So everybody got 1 success. You can kind of hear like the inflection is kind of wrong on certain words. Like he's got speaking.
Yeah.
An accent pokes out. But with your 2 successes, you're the one who see the mismatch gear. So they're like, oh, okay, well we'll be going back to our patrols here. Where are you all headed again?
Oh, here, there, everywhere. You know how it is. They send us everywhere.
So
I mean,
Harry's just looking at Sergeant Morris, waiting for him to kick this off.
As is Archibald. Just wondering why this is taking so long.
I was that's why I said I shield punch him in the throat.
Oh, okay. Boom. Okay,
Sergeant
roll
Morris
it.
doesn't wait. The
Roll it.
second because I was already looking, and as soon as the CO says go for it, I do.
Go ahead. Roll it. Yeah.
Very much so.
All right, so this will be my first attack on him. So I'll use the don't like it up him attack. Let's make it a 3. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Well, give yourself some momentum.
Okay.
I guess
Are
you
we
guys are
trying
at
to
cap.
resist that with
You can spin
melee, or-
the extra 2.
Yeah,
I'll
let me try
spend
and
the
resist
extra on
that.
damage.
Let me try and resist that. Thank you for reminding me. My German infantry
It's true,
soldier.
maybe-
'Cause he's,
I mean, you got to get more than 4 successes.
yeah,
but-
because he's obviously gonna resist this, right? Okay, so he's standing, and this is one of the ones who isn't talking, and he's kind of like watching everything that's going on. His head's going back and forth as everybody's kind of talking to his commanding officer. And next thing you know, he looks over at you, and there's a shield coming right at his face.
Yep. And so he automatically gets knocked down because I did succeed. And then I got 2 over what I needed since I subtract what he succeeded.
No.
with, right?
It's both against 1. And since you got more successes than he got, you get your full successes. You don't
Yeah,
subtract.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't take away. So you hit him, you knock him, you get your momentum. Roll that
How much
damage.
overage do we have? Do we have like 2?
We have 2 over, yeah.
I'll spend those 2 on damage then.
Seems reasonable.
Oh, Tool
Okay.
Twitch, thank you for the bits.
So 8 damage and then stun of 3.
8 damage. So
Yep.
all of a sudden,
I punch him in the throat with the edge
and
of the
he just
shield.
drops in the snow, and everybody else raises their guns and spin towards you. We're in combat. Do you want to spend momentum to keep the ball in
Yes.
your court?
Very much so. Actually.
Okay,
Yes, indeed.
spend your 2 momentum and go again, please.
I believe Archibald Cutting, being Lieutenant Colonel, he'll go first, of course. He'll say, Major Hammer,
And
Sir.
I'm going to use my what's it called? It is a
So I'm going to use direct. It is one of my talents. My strength lies in commanding others. In an action seen as major action, I can select a single ally to communicate with. Choosing Major Hammer, as he has not yet gone. I'm going to say, Major Hammer, please do what Mr. Morris did, but in your own creative way. Now, quickly.
and so you can go ahead and take a major action immediately right now, and I get to assist you using my tactics skill. So basically, Hammer can take an immediate major action right now.
Fantastic. So
Is that on top of the one on his turn? Sorry.
Yes. Oh,
Wow.
it's going to get worse. Just wait.
That's awesome.
You're
Sorry.
not going to like what I'm going to do.
No, that's really cool.
So he hears that, as soon as the lieutenant colonel speaks, the Enfield comes up. He sights down, doesn't get a chance to really aim in, but he does fire at one of these guys.
And I got a crit on my tactics roll, so you've got 2 successes.
Fantastic.
His roll has 2 successes.
I get
Already,
+2
just
successes.
from my tactical brilliance. I'm a veteran of the Great War. I can tell you about nursery rolls.
And I will spend 1 momentum just to get a 3rd dice.
Wow.
Oh
He saw
my
a
God.
mustache.
6 successes.
Oh, it's going to get so worse for you.
So
my God.
let's roll some damage. And so that
We have
momentum went
one
back
over. Yeah.
up. Okay, let's roll some damage.
Who are you hitting? Do you want to hit? We'll say that one of the guys with the Garands went down, so it leaves another one with the Garand. The guy you were talking to has the Thompson, and there was a guy with an M1 carbine.
The guy with the Garan.
Okay.
11
Holy
damage.
shit. So you shoot holes, and the night all of a sudden the sound erupts as a gun shoots, and wow. So what was the range on Lee Enfield? Even at the disadvantage, you're still gonna hit him. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
But I think it's
Yeah.
what long
well,
range.
it is. I think no. The Liam Field is a medium range, but since I've got the truth trained marksman, I can drop my difficulty by 1 when I'm firing a weapon. So it's still, it would just be normal difficulty.
Very good. Either way, you would have hit him with all those successes. Okay. 11 damage. So, are you going to just shoot him right in the gut, or what's the play here?
Right between the eyes. The
Okay,
infield comes up right between the eyes.
Well done.
Harry's a marksman. He just head snaps back, brains come out the back, guy falls into the snow.
All right. So he just drops, and blood starts pooling around his head in the snow as it turns to red and melts. It just kind of disappears. It's my turn.
No, I'm sorry, I'm still going. I have my minor action as well.
Yes, you do.
I will turn to Miss Riverby and I say, Riverby, quickly, get your rifle ready. You can take a free minor action if you would like to aim or some such. That's my minor action. And then, because it's fun, I'm going to go ahead and use my decisive plan, which is then going to allow us to keep the initiative for free, because I'm going to give that initiative, because I just assisted Miss Major Hammer. I'm going to now keep the initiative for free, no momentum cost. And Mr. Hammer, I beg your pardon, Major Hammer, please take another turn.
So,
Yes, sir.
That's really cool. I just want to point out, people at home, so this is an advanced adventure. It's meant for advanced characters. So our characters are all starting with 4 advances. So if you're playing this or you're not used to it and you're wondering, wow, these guys are doing a lot of really cool things, these characters have had 4 advances and they have a lot more abilities than a new character would.
So now, Harry can take his actual turn.
So Harry then swings over, actually aims this time, and fires the Lee Enfield. So with aiming, because of his talent, marksman or sharpshooter, when he aims, his first D20 is free and it becomes a piercing attack. So I will spend a momentum to get 2 extra dice on this.
Oh my!
You guys are rolling great
now.
Since I'm a trained marksman, it's just difficulty 1, so it's 2 extra.
All right, again.
So 1
another
extra
shot.
die.
Is
on
this
the
Thompson
damage.
guy or Carbine?
This is carbine,
Okay.
and so this is also piercing now. So 3 piercing, so -3 to his armor, 9 damage.
He also drops dead with a bullet between the eyes.
Thank you, Major.
Yes. Well struck.
I mean,
there.
Colonel.
Archie is fine, of course. No, I'm sorry, we're in the field of battle. No, Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Colonel.
Is it my turn now, Lieutenant?
Unless someone wanted to spend the momentum.
Uh,
If Riverby wanted to take it,
yeah, I'll
because you got that
spend
extra
the
minor.
2.
right?
Yeah, you gave me the free aim.
Can you keep it again though?
No, you can only keep
No,
it
no,
once.
It's only once, so it's got to flip back to me. The guy at the Thompson is going to try and shoot Hammer after he just dropped 2 of his men.
Seems so rude.
Right.
I dislike this guy
Really?
already.
Clearly, he should be giving up. And tossing down his
Surrender
weapon and
seems
surrendering.
reasonable, but
Yes.
1 success. That's not going to hit you because he has a Thompson. What's the Thompson? I got it here right
medium.
here. Oh, it's close. Range
Oh,
is
it
close.
is close? Okay. That does it then.
And focus is close quarters. Okay, so it's going to hit. I don't have a Thompson programmed here, but I have the dice at the bottom to roll on a pinch. Oh, let's spend some of this threat that I've been accumulating. See if I can hurt somebody at the beginning of this adventure as I just get decimated in the very first encounter. For 3 whopping damage. Does that do anything to you?
That does not penetrate my armor of 7.
And it has the effect of stun, but I'm sure your resilience is much higher than 1.
That is correct. It is.
So it does nothing. So all of a sudden, just
Pings
just
off the arrow.
opens
Ping.
up his Thompson, his Tommy gun, just like point blank, just pings off.
Ting,
nothing
ting, ting,
happens.
ting, ting.
Back to you guys.
This is what a good engineered piece of armor looks like. Somebody
I
kill
will-
this German.
Use the pistol because I don't have a. You said I don't have a rifle, right? So
Yes, you got the pistol between
I
the
already
eyes.
aim, so I get the free one, and that's coordination. Free dice. All right. Well, I guess I'll use the 2 for how much do you get for how much extra damage do you get?
It's a 1 for 1, so you can use the 2 extra successes
For 2
for 2
dice.
extra damage dice.
Gotcha.
You also
Nice.
the
6
aim.
damage.
And it becomes 6 piercing because I also have the sharpshooter.
Nice.
And it has the piercing effect on it already, piercing 1.
No, I added that because
Oh, okay.
if you aim, you get it. So
Ignores resistance. Okay, so you did 6 damage total.
yeah. I don't think there's anything else. Yes.
How many hit points does he have? Oh my god, it's just enough. So where do you shoot him? How do you shoot him? How do you kill this last remaining?
She is also a trained hunter from her upbringing, so she would shoot him just straight in the heart, painless.
Painless.
And then she would just kind of keep rotating behind where they are to see and look for and if there's any more people.
Sure. So you shoot, and you start looking around. You guys have made a hell of a racket. So have they when they fired that Thompson. But it doesn't seem... It's all quiet. There doesn't seem to be any more noise. You're all like breathing heavily. You're focused. You're in the moment of this fight. You've now got 4 bodies laying there in the snow, bleeding. And you made a lot of noise.
All I'm gonna say is somebody pointed out a flask. I'm grabbing that flask and see if there's anything good in it because it's cold as hell.
Yeah, while you're down there, search around, see if there's
Yeah.
anything of interest on there.
There's some brandy in there.
I'll take a
Um,
grand.
I was gonna say you got 2 Garands, an M1 carbine, and a Thompson now, submachine gun.
Major Hammer will be searching them specifically to see if these are actual American uniforms, to see if like that, and see if they have any dog tags or anything that identified the soldiers they took them off of.
So no dog tags, 100% authentic American uniforms. You can even find like a bullet hole in one of them where the guy who was wearing it was most likely shot. You do find a map on the one who was carrying the Thompson, the one who seemed to be the commanding officer, and all the markings on it are written in German. You can see that they have kind of like approximations where they think your camps and all that are. You're looking and where they've marked the enemy lines. They've got the nearby town marked on there as well, the Ode, where you are also headed. And there's also to the northeast, you can see a one area within the forest. It seems like there's a building, like a square building drawn in, and it says Outpost 13 next to it.
that's the area of the forest that we were meant to look into as a.
No, this is for like this is way northeast, but it is technically the forest
Right.
that you're in, but it's nowhere near where you're headed right now.
Now, Harry can actually read German, so is any of the German orders or anything else on this map indicate any unit identifications for these guys? Or that they're wearing Nachtwolf black bands, or they just look like
No,
straight
these
up
are
German Nazis?
these are just Nazi infantry soldiers who are disguised. There have been reports of the Nazis utilizing soldiers who can speak fluent English to go behind enemy lines and just kind of cause subterfuge and like take down road signs and things like that. And this is most likely what you encountered here in the middle of the night.
Matt, so
Yes.
like is there one that clearly looks like the leader, right?
Yes, that was the one that was holding the Thompson. Yep.
So I'm gonna go over to him and I'm just going to take his hand and my eyes roll back in my head and this, like gibberish comes spewing out, and I'm gonna use my bizarre insight talent and I'm gonna give you a threat and ask you a question about this guy.
Oh, what do you want to know?
So, this this particular gentleman, like, does he look like he's been outside for a long time? Like, is he well? I guess I can just see that.
Yeah, that's all. You could just observe that by studying the body. So yes, nose is extremely red. You look like under his gloves, and it looks like he's got one of his fingers is severely frostbitten. It looks like he's been out here quite some time. So have his men.
Fair. So I'll ask the questions. I'll ask the nethers, as they say. If this gentleman is a turned soldier, or was he like, is he from Mother Germany?
He's German. He's German.
Lily will be doing what her and Princess Peaches know best, which is stemming the bleeding, turning the bodies over so the blood soaks, and Peaches will start to dig holes so we can put the bodies underneath like a foot of snow, and then we'll bleed.
I thought your Cocker Spaniel was digging 4 6-foot deep holes. We're
No,
gonna be here all
just
night.
like putting a layer on top so the blood then seeps
Right,
down.
because the
not
blood is
up.
melting the snow wherever
Yes.
it's hitting. So
He would be very familiar with this as someone in the resistance of doing this for people. So
That's very crafty, Miss Riverby. To be honest with you, it would not have even occurred to me. Well done.
it is convenient having your pet with you. You know,
No,
she
you
does love
can't
to
have the
dig
brandy.
and loves the
Stop it.
snow. This is just a tale of two different animals, very well trained, well behaved, and a creature smoking and drinking on the job. It's quite mind-boggling.
Don't listen to him. I know you're first in your class. I know
Sir
you are.
Archibald, we'll take a swig of brandy, and he'll take a smoke, and then, yes, Mr. Riverby, well spoken. And we'll...
We should hurry because this is not. We made a lot of noise.
It's a fact.
That is a fact. You know what? Let's break here to do the giveaway for this week. So, like I said, Modifius has been very kind and generous and provided us with prizes, building prizes. We're going to start this week with a PDF, and we're going to have physical products in the near future as well. So there's going to be a little bit of everything. But this week, they said to us we could choose one campaign book to give away. It's going to be a PDF copy of it. And I thought, you know, we've been having so much fun with Shadows of Atlantis. Why don't we give away a PDF copy of Shadows of Atlantis to one of our viewers? So what we're going to do is you're going to type a word into the chat, and then we're going to draw a winner randomly. So the word is Hunter. As in Strang's code name, Hunter is the word. So go ahead, plop that in the chat. We'll do the draw here shortly for a PDF copy of the Shadows of Atlantis campaign for Achtung Cthulhu. We're like, what, 14, 15 episodes into that?
That's a fantastic campaign. I mean, this is one of my favorite games to play, hands down, regardless. But the Shadows of Atlantis campaign is really solid.
It's a lot of fun. Shadows of Atlantis is early war, like the breakout of World War II, and this is like the end of World War II almost.
And it's so much fun because we're jet setting all over Europe. I mean, it's just fantastic. So much fun.
Yeah. Hunter. And we already had a complication from Threat, and we had an encounter that was not accounted for. But hey, it works. Thanks, Maple. Roger Maple.
Thanks, Roger Staple.
Did we? Who's this Roger Maple?
All right.
Marble?
Has everybody thrown Hunter in the chat that is entering? Because we're going to go ahead and do the giveaway. I'm going to shoot you a message, and I'll get your details, and I'll fire them off to Modifius, who will be in touch and hook you up with your prize. All right, Hunter. Roll it.
Oh, the beautiful bean footage.
Did it work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shanton Razzini.
Oh, there we go. I'm not
Yes.
saying anything. Shanton Razzini, congratulations on winning
Huzzah!
the prize. What are you laughing?
because you're like the prize.
The prize. Well, this week's prize, the PDF of the Shadows of Atlantis campaign. Like I said, next week tune in. We're gonna start having some physical products. It's ramping up from here. It's gonna be good. Modifius has been very generous with providing the prizes. Well, I don't want to spoil things, but you want to be definitely here every week. I'm just sending you a quick message here to send me your details, and then we'll get back to the game. I think all we need is an email address.
Security number, bank routing number.
There we go.
Maiden name, favorite color.
That should be good. Congratulations again, Shantanzini. All right, so let's get back. So we're going to go back. You guys are still making your way through the forest. You've made a lot of noise. Everybody go ahead and make me that roll one last time of reason and survival, please.
Reason and survival.
Going to take a momentum. We have several.
Yes, you do.
It's an old man.
And we'll be changing scenes soon, so go ahead and take. You guys have even more. You're back up to full momentum.
Okay.
So what does it matter?
I'll take one.
So
I'll
take
the threat.
I'll take the threat. Yeah.
I got 2 successes and a complication, so
Don't
we're back
worry.
up to full again.
Princess Peaches is
So you guys are actually making up for lost time. So you have a 3 a.m. deadline, but with all of these extra successes, you guys are able to get back on track and make up for lost time. You guys keep trudging through snow, and after about 2 hours of walking through the forest, you can see up ahead a large blasted oak tree. Dead, this thing is, but it is exactly what Hunter or Strang described. You can see this thing, spreading branches, a blanched trunk, this big, massive landmark sitting in the middle of nowhere. You can see a very center of a thicket atop a gentle hill, but underbrush screens the area. So visibility is limited as you approach. You hear the snow crunching to your feet, but this is definitely it. This is definitely where you're supposed to meet your contact.
What time is it now?
It is 2:45 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Gaston Moreau should be here to meet you shortly.
Beach, I believe.
Beach, B-E.
Yes,
CH.
like the nut.
Like the nut. That's right. And Gregor perks up at the word.
Yes, of course he does. He should probably scour the area and take sign some sort of life around here, see if there's anyone here, etc., etc. I won't be doing that, of course.
That's Sergeant Morris. You and Riverby and we'll take Overwatch while Lieutenant Colonel Cottingham and Mr. Marple make contact.
Yes, indeed.
I thought it was Mr. Staple. Maybe I misheard.
It's
Yes.
Raj Maple.
What is your
something.
name? I just never got the personnel files.
You know what? You guys are just hurtful.
We just have a
Whoa.
feeling about you.
I'm a little confused because I was up in the front the whole time. I wasn't really listening.
It's okay, Roger, Mr. Marple, Roger Marple, whatever. You
Yes.
just gotta let it roll off. It's gonna be okay.
Roger Marple. God, I know that. I know your name. We'll get back to it.
It's not a very common name, and I haven't really been a lot of places, so there's not really any reason why you should know who I am unless
Somebody, I don't know. It'll come to me.
Yes, I'm sure it will. Shall I go, Marple?
yes, yes, let us go and make contact.
Well said. Yes, indeed. Keep an eye on us.
Yes, sir.
And I'll make sure to not head the group. I'm slightly behind the Lieutenant Colonel Cottingham.
Sir Archibald. Knighted, actually.
Sir?
Yes, I've been knighted. Indeed.
Oh,
Grand deeds in the Great War.
Randy.
I was
I'll
gonna-
tell you one day.
I was gonna say. All right, so you're just kind of spreading out, watching the area.
Yeah.
So as
We'll
you're
take up triangular points around,
sure,
off into the brush.
as you do so, and you're breaking into the brush, all of a sudden, you hear birds screeching and they fly away like something disturbed them from one of the nearby trees, and they start cawing and flying into the air.
Over there.
Okay, they're birds. Calm down. Yes. Do we see anything in those?
I don't I don't see anything. Maybe one of the three that are supposed to be watching our backs sees something.
I'll send Peaches towards the tree.
You don't see anything. You start sending Peaches over towards the tree, and she gets about halfway, and she stops and just starts barking. And her tail is down in the direction of the tree that had the disturbed
This
birds.
is not the beech tree.
This is not the beech tree. This is a different
Right.
one. This is in the woods around the beech tree area.
Sergeant Morris, front and center.
Yeah, Lily will start walking towards Peaches and kind of looking to see if she can notice anything.
Major Hammer will flank out to River Bee's left so they can come at the tree from two different angles.
Sure.
Morris, follow
Sorry.
that dog.
Sir.
All right, the
I'm
dog.
following the dog because they don't know to let you lead.
The dog won't go any. Like the dog almost seems terrified and won't get any closer
Yeah.
to the tree, and is just barking nonstop.
Yes. Riverbee, could you do something about your hound? Morris, could you investigate, see what it is that this dog is upset about? Very good, Peaches.
Right, Gregor, you and me are gonna go like check the tree. If we need to, we're gonna climb the tree. Let that dog show you up. It's a nice dog, but come on. First in your class, come on. Do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go investigate.
So you get closer, and you can see that there's tracks in the snow. You can't quite make them out from a distance. You get closer, and it looks like almost like a hoofed print, maybe like from a deer or a stag, but much bigger than a deer or stag, but similar kind of hoof. And when you look at it closer, you see that there's claws. It's like a clawed hoof print that has been left behind, which is very odd.
Sergeant Morris, what do you see?
It's like a clawed wolf print. I don't know what the hell that means, but
A horrible
for-
description.
what? Yeah, okay, fine.
How can
I'm
you have
not-
hooves and claws on the same foot?
You'd be
Question.
surprised.
Marple, this sounds like it's something up your alley. What leaves clawed hoof print tracks?
Yes, Mr. Marvel. Also, Riverbee, you're a hunter, aren't you? Any game that this might represent?
I'll go look. She'll
And-
Yeah,
get
you
closer and
for sure.
Harry pulls out his flechette pistol, believing that we may be dealing with something occult.
Oh, definitely. You can make a reason. Oh, I don't know. You're a hunter. Reason.
I can do academia too, like if it's like a
yeah,
history type
academia.
thing.
Go ahead and do that.
All right.
Just single success is fine. That's all you need. Yeah. You don't know any animal, especially in this region or on the face of the earth, that has such prints. Like this is, and they're huge. So you look at them, and like the circumference of it is like the size of your palm. Actually, more like Cottenham's palm. He's got big giant mitts, right? Huge hands,
Yes.
and it's like
Collection of sausage fingers.
the circumference of the palm of his hand. It's just a massive hoof print that's been left in the snow, and it's like split in the middle, like a deer's. But you can see distinctly there's 4 claws, one on each side of like the split hoof. And the other thing that's odd is it looks like it's bipedal.
There's only 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So seeing that Lily didn't die by going up closer to these tracks. Can I do go up and do an occultism roll?
Sure.
Wow, you are so brave, Mr. Marple. Glad you've decided to join the research.
Well, there's no sense in losing your best resource right off the bat. I mean, there's always room for more fodder, isn't there?
Right, your magics are so powerful.
It's okay. You've got a very specialized skill set. That's why they send meatheads like me to stand in front of you. I get it. You're special. You're delicate. You're amazing.
See? Why doesn't anybody else understand this?
Now do your goddamn job.
Roll your damn dice.
What?
Well, Marple, is there something in the occult that this might?
Well, judging by the like the thing over here and like the claws and
Yes.
I would say that this is a bipedal, standing upright, probably judging by the imprint, probably about 6 feet tall, possibly 2-pronged, antlers. And looking around, maybe there's little bits of like tufts of fur, and he's gonna go randomly bullshitting around this area.
So you passed. You need one success. You've heard a rumor of a supernatural band or pact or force of Celtic warriors known as the Ardui, Ardui, that are known to inhabit these woods, and it's said that they can shapeshift or have unusual appearances or creatures, and that's what your best guess with your one success.
So do I know that if these guys are friendly or benign, or
it is not known? It is not advised to engage them. But these are like folklore and wives' tales and things like that you're going off of with your one success.
Fair. So like after like stumbling around, you know what? After further investigation and so forth, I think these tracks are made from the Duri. Actually, they are a Celtic descent, shapeshifters. Often been described as semi-intelligent. It's best not to engage. So we're just looking for a friend, as he shouts, slowly backing up towards
Burn some sage or some such to show our safe passage through these woods.
We can offer them. Oh, hey, can I see the marmot?
No, I'm sorry. He seems to be very essential to Sergeant Morris's well-being.
He's on his smoke break, I think. So,
do we see where the tracks are going, or do they just lead up to this tree?
They just lead right up to this tree. So it led towards this and then just disappear. And you look like, because you don't have a lot of light, it is a overcast night. As far as you can see, they're just going to the north of your current position.
The actual roots that go into the earth here. Does it seem as though this is properly a tree that is planted, or is this one of those situations where these shapeshifters moved from bipedal thingamajiggy to tall tree?
That's a thing that can happen?
I have no idea.
Hey, Sergeant Morris, you remember Pavel? He used to be able to wrap us up in roots and transport us all over the place. Who knows? Maybe these things can do the same.
Man, I wish Pavel was here.
No.
Yeah, me too.
This isn't really the time to be depressed, Sergeant Morris.
I'm not depressed. You're depressed. You don't know what you're talking about.
Very witty comeback, Sergeant Morris.
Well, let's get back on task. Our contact beach should be showing up any minute.
Yeah. With that, all of a sudden nearby you just hear, a cold night for a brisk walk.
Yes. The snow falls softly.
And you see a man step out from the shadows nearby.
With a baguette, right? And
not with a baguette. He is dressed weather appropriate. He's got a hat on. He looks like he's in his early to mid 40s. And he walks over and greets all of you. Hello, good to meet you all. I trust you didn't come across any trouble along the way.
Thing we could not handle.
He holds his hand. Gaston Moreau.
Lieutenant Colonel Sir Archibald Cottingham.
You sure you weren't followed?
Well, Riverby. Are we followed?
I don't believe so. I mean, we killed them and buried them in the snow, so unlikely.
Yes. You see? Everything's fine.
You encountered... What did you encounter and bury?
Irritants.
A German patrol disguised as Americans.
They're everywhere, with many reports of these. Okay, well, we should get going. We don't have much darkness left. And we should use it as our cover. There are Germans everywhere. We are heading to the village of Ode. It'll take us about an hour. And
Do you know anything about these bipedal prints in the snow?
Gains?
He looks at you. Oh, with the mention, you go, I've heard rumors. We will have time to talk when we get to the village. It's much too cold and you've been traveling a long time.
Yeah, I am starting to feel a little fatigued. Let's move out.
As
Get
we
someplace
leave,
warm.
I want Peaches to sniff him to see if she gets like some sort of smell similar to what she smelled before.
What do you have a truth that Peaches is okay, the tracks? No,
Yeah.
She sniffs him and no, he doesn't. He
Okay.
seems good.
He doesn't have the same similar sense or anything.
No.
That okay.
Not from what you can tell.
Just checking.
Okay.
Wouldn't want to be traveling with a werewolf.
You guys, after about an hour, Moreau guides you to the small village of Ode. It's the early hours of the morning. The sun's just starting to come up, and the village hasn't really started moving just yet. And he leads you through this very small village. It looks like it's very quiet for the most part. He leads you to a tavern by the name of the Black Boar. It says, we can have breakfast here, and we can catch up, and I can get you up to speed on what is going on around here.
That sounds mighty good to me.
Yeah, so you guys are brought in, and the innkeeper lets you in. It's an older lady. Don't worry, she is a friend. You can trust her, Mrs. Peters. Can you please make my friends some breakfast? They have been traveling all night, and they are thirsty and hungry. And she brings out a plate of cheeses and pours you all cups of wine. As you all settle down in a nice, warm tavern, have some drinks to also warm you up. And Gaston sits down with the group of you. He says, are you sure you covered up those Germans?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Riverby is quite accomplished at survival, and she made very short work of hiding their bodies.
Very good. Very good. Well, it is my job. I'll be your guide out here. We have to travel from here to a small farm nearby, Ferme du Bois, where we will meet another one of my associates, Marcel Babineau, and we can go from there. I have a radio set up so you can make communications with your commanding officers, and that will be our base of operations.
Excellent.
So what do you know about what's going on in the area? Is there anything I can fill you in on?
Well, I was going to ask. I am familiar with Marta. Was wondering if you knew or heard anything about her whereabouts.
Marta. Yes, she is a key figure in the resistance. She got kidnapped recently or disappeared. There's talk that she's a traitor, but no, she is never. She's a brave fighter. She's not a traitor. Formidable lady. We don't have any leads on where she is currently, but my agents are looking for her.
How about the rumors that the Germans are moving people from the labor camps into the forest to build a new site?
There are word of that. There, near where we are going, there is a place known as Outpost 13, and it is said that the Germans have been digging for something there. My men are currently watching it and will get back to us with any details. There's also another place by the name of Chateau de Gisois, and my people tell me it's a Nazi base, and it is crawling with the scum. But we won't be able to get near it. But this word of many, many people being brought into there.
And why can't we get close to it? Just too many Germans?
Too many. You'll be shot on sight.
Say people.
Oh my god, what did I just do? I just slipped into like French there.
Pardon me about this make-believe language. It's very confusing. When you say people, what do you mean people? Do you mean
Locals,
soldiers,
prisoners of war, you name it,
Yes,
they
yes.
bring them there.
Do you know anything else about this Outpost 13, out of curiosity?
I do not. I know that they've been digging. There was something underground. But I do have men there, and hopefully I should get some information back on that shortly. What do you know about it?
Well, come across those Germans, had a map. And believe one of the places that was marked in that map was Outpost 13. Just curious to follow up.
Is there an insight skill or something?
Sure. What do you want to roll? Yeah.
See if he's lying or trying.
Sure.
Like, I feel like he's
Insight
gonna set up
observation
Marta.
we can do,
Okay.
and focus can be
hearing
or sight, either or.
Okay. I have both.
Inflections in the voice are just kind of like his body language. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, like because she asked about Marta, and then he's like asking, "What do we know?" And he seems like kind of weird to her. What is this? We said insight and then observation.
Yeah, critical success. He seems legit. Like everything, like watching him and listening to him, he does seem a little on edge. Like he's looking out the window every once in a while and he's watching the area. He seems tense, but everything he seems to be saying is true from what you're reading, especially with all of your success, your critical success and your regular success. Like he seems legit. Okay. He's just nervous about something or just the general area. It is daytime now too, right? The sun is coming up.
I need some air. And
What?
Roger will pick up his wine and a little bit of cheese and head it.
I don't recommend going outside. There are Germans about.
There are Germans everywhere. I'll be fine.
Roger.
What?
Operational integrity. The team stays together. Look out a window.
I need access to some sort of earth. Okay? Is there do you have a potted plant or
Mrs. Peters says that there's a earthen cellar. It's got like an earth floor in it. A dirt floor.
Major Harry, is it okay? Is it okay if I go down to the cellar to
play in the dirt? Sure, Raj, knock yourself out.
Could someone go with her?
I'm gonna accompany if it doesn't bother you too much. Was it Sergeant Marple?
Just Roger Marple.
Hey,
Roger Marple. I'm sorry.
Have I gotten your name wrong once?
I know. I'm sorry. Just
it's okay. It's okay. I'm with you. All right. You play in the dirt. I'll stand nearby. Just gonna put some more cheese in my pocket. Yeah, fine. You could save some wine for me, you little marmot bastard. Whatever.
Nuts.
Marple also going around the chain of command and not asking Cottenham to go down there. To Hammer instead, right?
Yes, very insulted, but that is the way of Americans.
Sorry about that, Lieutenant Colonel.
No.
We'll get Raj here.
Some sort of
shape.
Some sort of trauma she's had with her name, the name of
Maybe.
Marple. You know, like why did they get so offended
know what they need? They need a proper nickname, camaraderie and all.
Raji,
Raji. Quite like the sound of
the
that.
Marble Nader.
No, Raji. Yes. I had an aunt named Raji once. Horrible woman. Anyhow, go play in the dirt.
Seems fitting then.
All right, so you're gonna go down and play in the dirt, and Morris is just gonna stand on the stairs and watch you and disapprovingly.
Just feeding cheese to Gregor.
Yeah, while Gregor judges you while eating cheese.
Well, like I'll kind of like shield myself from Sergeant Morris, and I'll take off my my mantle, which is like this bound of 9 pieces of fabric, and I'm gonna like dig a little hole in the dirt, and cover up my my necklace and pour a little bit of wine and bundle up a little bit of cheese, and I'm going to just say some gibberishy words, and try and like do a huge hork and spit on it, and then dig it all up, put it back on, and go back upstairs.
Sorry, watching Jeff and Jeremy.
It's a proper.
Yes. Okay, so you do your thing, you roll around in the dirt, you spit on the dirt, and then you go back to it. Alright, tool to twitch for the bits, of course, 100%. We're going to create the truth that Gregor learns the word marble, and we'll say, yes, I know, marble.
Marble. Hi, marble. Marble. Marble.
So, Lieutenant Colonel, we been moving out at nightfall or
Yes,
beach?
yes.
What's the plan?
Yes, beach. Do you have a route for us to take? Could we go to get
It
there
is
in
beach,
daytime?
not beaches. You can call me Gaston.
Gaston. Yeah, sounds made up. Yes, Gaston.
It is my given name.
Is it? Oh,
My mother gave it to me.
That is what all the French say.
What is this French you speak of?
I have heard of these French, much like the Arduino. I question their legitimacy. That is neither here nor there. However, Major Hammer asks a fine question: are we able to get there quickly under the cover of light, or should we be waiting here?
There is a way out the back of the tavern we could escape from. We've got to avoid the eyes of the German, but we can get to the farm, not too far from here. Maybe
How long would you
45
say?
minutes.
Well, that's just a quick hop and a jump then now, isn't it?
Right then, Galstone. So why don't we, after we rest up, move out and draw fire?
All right.
Yes.
So the group of you all rest up. You fill your bellies with wine and cheese, and you head out to a Ferme Dubois, or Dubois Farm. So you guys head out, and the town itself, or village, I should say, is kind of like, it was deceptive coming in here. It looked like a really small, sleepy town, but there's actually like a hive of activity. There's like a market that's set up in the middle of this village that a lot of people have come to from the surrounding areas, and farmers, and selling their goods. So there's quite a bit of activity happening here today, which makes it easier for you guys to slip through and out of the village and onwards. You know, as you're leaving, you do see there are Nazi soldiers kind of like roaming around the village. They are present and kind of watching and taking everything in that's going on. But you guys are able to get out of there with no trouble thanks to Gaston. And he leads you through the nearby forest to a Ferme Dubois. So you guys are led to a semi-remote area. And in front of you, you see a farmhouse. It looks like it's easily 100 years old, maybe not, if not more. It's a 1-story stone building. Looks like there's timber frames on the outside. There is a small pigsty or pen just off of it, and there's also a small barn off there as well. But by barn, it's tiny. Like you could maybe put like a couple of horses in there. This isn't like a huge, massive barn. And he goes, "We have arrived. My friend should be here, Marcel Babineau, and he will look after you. I need to leave and do some business. I need to find out what has been going on, and I should return in a few days. But make yourselves at home. Like I said, there is a radio in the barn, but be careful. All communications are being monitored, so you cannot do not use it too much."
Where's this Babineau?
Babineau, he's inside.
Inside. Yeah.
He knocks on the door. You're greeted by a man smoking a cigarette. He goes, "This is Babineau."
Oh,
He goes, "Allo,
Hello.
allo."
Oh. You speak other words.
He doesn't really speak English.
What languages
Well-
does he speak?
French, en français.
Major Hammer.
Well, I guess we don't need to talk to him after all. So
Well, yes. Fake made-up languages here and there. Anyone can have a language these days.
Marcel, it's mighty fine to meet you. My name's Harry. He sticks out his hand.
He just looks at you and shakes your hand assuringly. He's got a firm grip. He doesn't understand what you're saying, but he understands the gesture. And
Right, let's bivouac.
he just kind of like moves aside and kind of he ushers you in. He's asking you like enter and in entrez-vous in French. And inside, this is like I said, it's a small one-story house or farmhouse. Inside, you see there's a living room, a kitchen, a few bedrooms, and a cellar. And that's about it in here. There's also black out curtains that have been fitted on all the windows. And it looks like the fireplace is currently burning, but you see that there's no smoke being emitted. So it must be burning smokeless fuel of some sort to also stay kind of like hidden from anybody.
Sergeant Morris, do me a favor, recon the building, find the defensible points and any other egress to and from the main structure. I also want to see what the tree line looks like.
River B. Sounds like a job for you and Peaches.
Not exactly a military member, but I will do it on my own accord.
You'll do it for king and country. Glory.
oh, I got an idea. Hey, Gregor, can you do shake?
Marble.
Go to Peach. Shake. I said shake.
Peaches can
Marble.
shake. Yes.
Tank.
What is?
So Gregor will go up to Peaches.
Rock.
What is it? What is it doing?
He's trying to play.
What
paper
is
rock-
this? Is this
Rock.
He's playing paper rock scissors with your dog.
what? With whom? The dog?
Yeah.
Rock.
Why does
Well,
he
you-
even know how to do that?
Why doesn't your dog know how?
Because it's an animal.
Well, I guess your dog wasn't first of his class. Like, Gregor, stop! Where'd you get that?
Is that
Rat.
weed?
No, maybe I don't know. I'm gonna go search a perimeter.
You should get your
Gregor,
mom on a
not in
leash.
front of people. Come on.
Lieutenant Colonel Cottingham, do you have any orders for the squad?
Yes. Make the place secure. You seem to have this under control there, Major Hammer. Probably.
How long have we been traveling? We've been traveling through like the entire night.
The whole night. So yeah, you guys could use some rest. Like you only
Yes,
hunkered
yes,
down for
yes.
about like an hour or so in the tavern before heading back out to this farm. So you guys are all really tired at this point.
Yes.
And cold.
Yes. Set up a watch.
Yeah, I'll do a look around just the area to see. Yeah, where someone would come to this building, most likely, and then.
Harry will see if he can find a bedroom that looks back in the direction of town.
Okay. Yeah. There's like I said, there's several bedrooms. You can do that. And Gaston is getting ready to head out. He goes, I must meet with my people, and I've word that I may have some equipment for you before you head out, because I can tell you don't have what you need. There are civilian clothes in the rooms for all of you. Help yourselves. And do not worry. You can take ease and relax now. The Nazis will never dare venture here. They would certainly regret it if they did, for this place is under the protection of the Guardians of the Forest. So fear nothing.
Oh.
I beg your pardon, Guardians of the Forest.
I will be back.
No,
And
no,
he-
no.
and he-
Pardon me, sir.
No, I
Guardians
do
of
not
the
have
Forest.
time. I must get going.
No, I
Peaches,
insist.
sniff this man, not the new man that we just saw. Give him a sniff.
Babin,
You're
no?
saying there's a force that's protecting us, and I would like to know who they are. Yes, out with it. Come now.
All in good time, my friend. I will. Please, I have business to attend to.
Yes, your business is to explain to us exactly who these Guardians of the Forest are, so that we can go about our business. Now, out with it, man.
Ask your friend, Marpel. He can fill you in.
Sir Archibald Cottingham. Yes. It's fine. Gaston is a very busy man, and grab his hand and say thank you very much, and I'll use my bizarre insight. I'll give you a bit of threat and simple question: is this man more than he appears to be?
So I just have to give you yes or no, or elaborate?
No, like super details. Yeah, we'll go with yes or no for this.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have a delightful evening. We appreciate everything that you have done for us. And you must be on your way. Hurry, hurry, hurry. And he ushers him out the door and shuts it and locks
Hurry!
Get out.
He looks at you oddly. Get out. And he leaves to go conduct his business.
Marple,
Well,
what the hell are you doing? I need to talk to that man some more. That
He-
marmalade man.
Why
He's
are you
hiding
crossing
something
your
from us.
eyes? Are you okay?
fine. It's a malady of the people, I should say. Anyway, we needn't concern ourselves. He seems to be genuine and a little bit more than he ought to be. And I think I ought
What
to
is
go for a bit
what
of
does
a
that
walk.
mean?
What does it mean?
Marple, there's a force out in the forest here. Guardians of the forest, whoever they may be. Perhaps they'll protect this place, perhaps they won't.
They
When it
will.
comes down to it, we need to know who they are.
Very well. Unlocks the door, puts grabs like a scarf, and heads outside. I'll go into the forest.
Yep. Morris, Sergeant Morris.
I mean, I'm already like 10 steps behind him. At this point I just assume like by nationality I'm vaguely responsible for him.
Cottingham will still shout your name. Morris. Oh, there you are. Follow Marple. Make sure nothing happens to him.
So yeah, I'll go out to the woods and like, do I feel anything?
A brisk cold breeze. What are you what are you wanting to feel? What do you mean?
Oh, I'm gonna spend 2 momentum, if you don't mind, and create a truth here.
Oh.
Right?
I am Enduri.
Right?
What are you wanting to do here? What is happening?
So I come from the some would call it a cult, others would say an enlightened people called the people, and we're very attuned to the old gods and always on the verge of speaking to them, but it comes to us more in gibberish than it comes in actual words, more feelings, empathic feelings. So I would like to create a truth here that Roger's very susceptible to supernatural entities and can have not necessarily a conversation with them, but like an understanding between the two. Are they benign? Are they evil? Are they good? That sort of thing. And yeah, that's what I like to do.
Like these Aduri?
Yes.
Do you have to pay anything for that, or is it talent, or
So
a roll?
This is a 2 momentum, right?
yeah,
Oh,
From
to
the
create the
truth.
truth. To
Yeah,
truth.
but it's a temporary truth, so it'd be
Yeah,
like a
it would go away.
momentary flash of understanding.
Exactly.
You grow one claw out of your toe.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted a horn over.
So you want? Oh, okay, ask me again what you're looking for with this truth.
So I would go out and like dig down into the snow until I touch the earth, right? Reach down and feel it and be like, hear the cries of the people, my friends of the forest. We mean you no harm. Tell us, will you protect us this night against the evils of the Nazis?
The wind blows, and you hear the wind speak to you as it blows through your or past your ears. Morris, you're out there, and the wind, all of a sudden, there's this like gust of wind blows towards both of you, and you don't hear anything, but you hear, yes, trust the lady of the glade.
Thank you. And I'll reach into my pocket and grab out my trench knife, and
Not a thumb knife.
not a thumb knife.
Upgrade.
I'll cut my hand just slightly so it bleeds, and I'll bleed into onto the earth where I dug down.
Okay.
And then I'll put it all up, sucking my hand, and trudge back to the farmhouse. And Sergeant Morse, Jonathan, let's return. It's cold out here, and I tire of this wind.
Agree. I'm starting to turn into buttons.
This is almost as cold as like high January in Saskatchewan, let me tell you.
I knew someone from Saskatchewan. That place sounds cold.
There's nothing to break the wind. It's absolutely asinine. Why people live there, I will never know.
I don't know. I've never been there before. I knew somebody who was. She was amazing. Loved her. And all the best people go. That's just the way war is, right?
I guess. But
Hey, do you play rock, paper, scissors?
rock paper what? Are you talking to your marmot?
No. Are you ready? Here, give it a go.
Um
I'm helping you pass the time.
Rock.
do we do the 1, 2, 3 and then show, or do the 1, 2 and then show? Because there's been a lot of debate back and forth about which way is the right way. I don't know, which way does your marmot play?
I mean,
He only throws rocks, so I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Tank.
Yeah,
Yes, tank is not
Sometimes
one of the options.
he will try to throw tank. He thinks it just beats everything, which it
Tank.
would.
Right. Lost to a marmot. Very well. I'll come into the farmhouse, throw my scarf on the little knob thing and say, it's okay. We are safe here tonight. There's no need for a watch. The lady of the glade shall watch over us.
Hmm.
And I'll go into the bedroom, preferably where there's like a bed, and go to sleep.
Right.
Major Hammer.
We'll still set that watch.
Organize a
Yes,
watch.
sir.
Yes.
This is after Morris watched
immediately.
Roger like suck his own blood after cutting himself.
Raji is not very convincing.
Sergeant Morris, do you have a fine time with our friend Roger Marple out there? What the hell was he doing?
I mean, you know, he went out, cut his
And?
hand a little bit, sucked the blood, talked to the wind, and said it was cool. So it's cool?
Right. You've got first watch, Sergeant Morris.
It's great, because sleep is stupid.
Well, you had one job and clearly you failed, so seems only right.
My main job is to catch bullets with my face.
I don't even understand.
I'll take second watch. Miss Riverby, if you don't mind, can you take the final watch, taking us into the dawn?
Sure.
Don't think we need Roger on watch, and the lieutenant colonel is
Too old, yes, I agree.
he is
Oh,
our
no.
commanding officer and should not be required to stand watch. He has got to come up with the plan that is going
Yes,
to
yes.
save all of our bacon.
Indeed. Well said, Major Hammer. Well said.
Do you wax your stash? I'm just curious. Like, do you have to like form it that way? Or is it natural?
Oh, it's natural, of course. No artificial ingredients here.
God damn.
Mm.
Respectfully, sir.
No, goddamn indeed. Yes.
Sergeant Morris, find your watch post. Keep an eye on things.
Yeah, I got it.
If you see one of these guardians of the forest or this, the other one, the lady or something, alert me immediately.
Of course. Yeah, I'll make sure that Gregor plays diplomat and I'll come find you. You don't want me talking to him.
That's an excellent point.
Just come find us, Sergeant Morris.
Yes.
Of course.
I think that would be best.
All right, and we will leave off there with you all taking watch and sleeping, and we will pick up next week with the next episode of the preview of Forest of Fear. So, boom, let's do the plugs with what everybody's got going on. Oh, I'm not ready for Jeremy. Hey, Megan, I'm gonna come back to Jeremy. Megan, what games have you been playing?
Nothing. Again, very boring. Just here in Calgary, we got our first bit of snow, and it's been cold and gross. And I'm reminded, why do I live in a place where the wind hurts my face?
Oh, it stung this morning. I'll tell you what.
It's awful.
And a bit of snow is an understatement. But, Aaron, what do you have going on?
Well, I'll let Jeff tell us all about tomorrow. But I believe on Garblag Games tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. in Great Britain, they'll be playing some more Dungeons and Dragons 5th Edition, possibly, or Ben may be running some a Forged in the Dark game. Can't tell you for sure what's going on Monday, but I know that they're trying to put something together. On Tuesday, I believe Millie will be back for some Coriolis. On Wednesday, Diana will be running Age of Sigmar Soulbound. And then on Thursday, Lewis will be back running some more of the One Ring before we return next Thursday night for episode 2 of Force of Fear.
Forest of Fear. All right. We will jump back to Jeremy. Jeremy, tell us about this Patreon.
Oh man, Aaron Reese on Patreon. You got comic books, maps, tokens, RPG assets. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
Very cool. Jeff, tell me what's going on the Lollygaggers.
Oh my gosh. Twitch.tv/lollygaggers. Tomorrow night, as Aaron has already referenced, we are playing Hunter the Reckoning. We are continuing our chronicle. It's been very interesting. Aaron stabs people in the ear. It's very fun.
Hey, she was going rogue, and you go rogue, you get dropped.
I didn't say undeservedly. And then Saturday, we are back to our One Ring game. We took like a couple week break off, so we are back. Monday, we're going to be doing some Holler for Savage Worlds. And Tuesday, our buddy Steven is running some Haunted West, which is sort of like a 1860s haunted horror Western game. Very, very fun.
Cool. Evan, you got anything going on?
No, I have a 6-month-old.
Yes, that is your life now for the next little while. All right. So huge thank you to Modifius. Thank you for asking us to do this preview for the next few weeks. And everybody, make sure you come back for next week. We're going to do the next part. We're going to continue on for 5 more sessions with bigger and crazier giveaways each week. And we're going to dive into this campaign even further. So thank you for joining us, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Modifius, for this opportunity. And we will see you all next week, Thursday. Have a great week, everybody.